to another episode of Misaki. Today's new video is going to be about this movie and about Godzilla, pronounced Gojira. So, it was created by Tomoyuki Tanaka and Ishiro Honda. So this is the 1962 movie. The original one was in 1964. When was the original one? Yep. This 1992 movie. The original one was recorded in 1964, and it was really cool. You know, when they had Godzilla first, come to America, when they wanted to introduce it to American theaters, Americans were kind of skeptical because it was just right after World War II. So, with the translation of it, Godzilla, it was kind of funny because I'll put the Gmac right here, subtitles. Gorilla and then Kujira. So they used a compound word, they combined the words with gorilla and whale. Kujira, gorilla, and then whale. Kujira, gorilla. There was no gorillas in Japan, so it's a foreign word, so they just used the G-R from the beginning of it. So they wanted to combine it. So gorilla whale, you think of like some hairy whale, not a lizard. So when they presented to the American companies or somebody who was speaking English, from what I've heard, is that they were like, what is it? Gojira. Gojira. So Gojira. So it just kind of sounded weird. So they're like, alright, well, if we do put this in the American theater, we're going to have to call it something else. So, I don't know if I actually thought of the word Godzilla, but it wasn't used from what I understand. Within Japan, it was just called Gojira. Gojira. I'll put the subtitles right here. Gojira, which it's a foreign word, gorilla, but then Kujira is not. So you're going to see it written in katakana. You never see it written in hiragana right here. I'm going to put the subtitles down. And also, here is the kanji for it. And I forgot the specific kanji for it because it has really no meaning, but there is kanji for it, and I'm going to put it right at the bottom of the screen right here. So that's kanji for Godzilla. Not many people would know it. Probably people would be able to figure it out. But the whole rule with hiragana and kanji, and then katakana for foreign words. Mothra. I think there is a Japanese word for moth. I don't know, actually. I actually don't know. I should grab my G-Show right now and look it up. I'll do that in a minute. So, Mosura. I'll put that in the subtitles right here. Mosura. Since there's no TH sound in Japanese. Masura. There it is. So, yeah, the kanji for it, not really used. The katakana used for our foreign words. So, throughout the 70s and 80s, I watched Godzilla movies when I was a kid. And I remember when Godzilla in 1985 came out. That was really cool and exciting. And then there was one, I think, in like 89 or something, but it didn't have it did not get the publicity. The Attack in 2001, Tokyo SOS in 2003, and then the Final Wars in 2004. So those were the newer ones, and at the time it was like, oh hey, this is nostalgic now. It's another Godzilla movie. So it was cool that they came out with newer Godzilla movies for the millennium. So the U.S. movie in 08 wasn't that great. It was an American production, but it just wasn't really a good movie. They just changed Godzilla too much. Would have been good if they did a joint effort or joint co-production kind of thing, which I don't know if they did. But the 2000, like with all the other monsters that they use, like Hedorah, Gigon, Megalon, Rodan, Kamara, the turtle, I think I'm pronouncing it right, and Chidora, the three-headed dragon. So what is your favorite Godzilla movie? Which one's the best? I like the earlier ones, but I think the first two or three that are black and white aren't that good. I liked Godzilla vs. King Kong was good. That one came out in 67 or 68. I forgot exactly. I have to look that up. But it wasn't until like the 70s, once they did Monster Island, and once they Hedora. One with 72, I think the one where he versus Hedora, and then the Mecha Godzilla where they came out. Once the 70s hit, there was a little bit more of like color and a little bit better film production. They have already done several of the movies, so there was a lot more better production and everything, you know, sound, visual wise, audio, everything. So it was really cool to see. The Mothra movies themselves have their own franchise, coming out with the first one, Rebirth of Mothra, in 96, the Rebirth of Mothra in 92, in 1997 and 98. It's kind of weird, 96, 97, 98, they came out with a Mothra movie. They should have waited a couple of years, but Mothra has its own movies out, Rodan has his own movies out, and several of those other ones. But I did watch the 2000, I think with the 2014 one, if I'm mistaken. Hold on, All Out Monster Attack was in 2001. That was one of the last ones that I saw, considering it was done in 2001. It was All Out Monster Attack. The graphics on that one were really good. And one of the Tomoyuki Tanaka produced and directed it, or directed first, I don't know how many of them, good clump of them. I'm not sure exactly what year he stopped, and I forgot, I didn't do my research well enough to find out exactly when, but I know it's other people now and whatnot who have done it, I think. I'll have to, it's kind of a funny one. How do you say moth in Japanese? It's ga. Masuro ga. Masuro ga. No, it's just like a particle when you're saying this ga. When you're discussing something, when you say ga, as in something that you've already established within the conversation, using the particle ga, it's ga. Ga.